Quantum computers could take all of your bags in an instant, or could they? Tune in to make sure you know. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JT, and we are back to the Crypto Den. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. We're going to be talking about a massive existential threat to crypto and blockchain technology, and that is quantum computers, y'all. What are they? Are they actually able to take all of our crypto? Let's get into it. But before we do, I am Jake Tullis. I go by JT, and I run a crypto hedge fund called Bleeding Edge Capital out of Cincinnati, Ohio. If you want to learn more about me, my background as a software development expert for the past 10 years, and why I'm running a crypto hedge fund now, just click the link in the banner. This breakthrough definitely stirred up headlines last year when Willow, a quantum chip, absolutely crushed a computing issue or problem. Hit our largest, I think what is it, 4 exaflops, which sounds crazy, but that's a real thing, supercomputer. It would take 10 septillion years for it to do what Willow did in 5 minutes.
By our best estimates, a calculation that takes Willow under 5 minutes would take the fastest supercomputer 10 to the 25 years. That's a 1 with 25 zeros following it, or a timescale way longer than the age of the universe.
So that makes us all think, wow, if it could do that inside of 5, maybe 10 years, SHA-256, which is the encryption in every blockchain at the moment, could be destroyed by quantum computers. That's the hypothesis. Now, one thing you all have to understand is hardware lags software. It is far more energy, resource, and just work. It is just way more work to get a chip that is twice as effective. It takes 6 months. That's Moore's law. It takes even longer for like a robot to be made, modified, upgraded, I mean, hardware just takes time, where software, especially with AI, all it takes is someone sitting at a desk and typing and just putting better hands on the keyboard, better logic, or offloading it to AI that is just better than humans in general. If you understand that software leads hardware by a significant margin, quantum computers are always going to be, the hardware of quantum is always going to be behind the software of quantum, which would be QCE, quantum computing encryption. Quantum computing encryption is software that can be programmed. It's an algorithm that can be made that make quantum computers unable to access whatever they're trying to access. Now, you might think this is something in the future in sci-fi, but it exists today. The problem, even though it exists today, is that they are such long bit streams. It is an incredible amount of bytes in this algorithm, SHA-512, which I'm about to show you here. It just cannot be run on the hardware that blockchains use today. But the encryption to stop quantum computing already exists. So with AI in a year or two, improving that, making it more efficient, there's just no way quantum computers are going to outpace the ability for us to make quantum safe encryption. We're going to have quantum safe encryption first prior to having a fully functional quantum computer. And I'm going to go prove it to you, because that's what we do. We talk about facts about this asset class, and then we have stuff to back it up. Now, if you didn't know, this is what I was talking about. The Willow quantum chip, it was able to solve a problem in 5 minutes that took our largest supercomputer 10 septillion years. That's a crazy amount of time. The second part to my statement is a lot of people don't know that SHA-256 is just one of many different SHA algorithms, hashing algorithms, that are quantum safe. 256 is not, but we have SHA-512 here. So twice the size. It is not hackable right now. And they're working on better and better ones every single day through post-quantum cryptography using neural nets and AI to get SHA-512. We could go larger, and the only bottleneck to it would be the hardware that these networks, these blockchain networks, are using to build out their infrastructure. If we can get chips that run 512 at the speed they run 256, which we are not far away from, in my opinion, it's going to become the new standard. And you can upgrade a blockchain network with this new standard relatively easily. I mean, compared to building a liquid nitrogen cooled 24/7, 365, 10-story computer, it is easier. than that. And that's really the point I'm trying to make here. You can sit there and think of excuses not to invest in this asset class, especially long term. If I'm a long term investor, I do it professional at the highest stakes possible with a hedge fund. This is something, an existential risk, you have to pay attention to, you have to be aware of. You have to open the risk door. You have to walk down that hallway. You have to understand your risks implicitly and completely. So this is something you have to be aware of. You cannot shy away from it. All that being said, it's not really a problem. It's not. It's not a serious risk. The encryption already exists. So if we go 5 years out and we have AI, ASI, AGI, right, a godlike computer, and its only job was to make encryption that much more secure from quantum, it could do it very quickly compared to building an actual quantum computer that can do this. And that's the general gist, guys. So when in doubt, zoom out, take a long-term approach, and don't worry about these things. In my opinion, of course. I mean, I could be wrong, but BlackRock is buying Bitcoin. Okay. If they were worried about quantum computers, they wouldn't be buying Bitcoin. Michael Saylor, Tesla, large corporate interests, large institutions are buying Bitcoin at a serious clip. More whales in Bitcoin are waking up now than they ever have before for institutional buyers. Just is what it is, like this is not something you need to really worry about. And I look at the same logic as climate change. Okay, if climate change was really going to happen in the sense that sea levels will rise 50 feet, why are insurance companies insuring beachfront property? Why are developers building all along the coasts in record numbers all the time? It just never stops. They wouldn't. These are the smartest people with money in the world. Like, they're not going to do that. Same thing with this. Okay. Like, quantum is not a problem. It won't be a problem. Just stick to the plan, do your own research always, and have faith. Faith is a big part of my belief system, and it gives me strength in some of these tough, volatile waters that we choose to sail in terms of crypto. All right, guys. That's it. Put your quantum fears away. Take care of one another. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, because there are very few people that are actually doing this at this level and bringing you content with real facts to bring it up. I appreciate you all. Peace and love. I'll see you.